Hi there, it's Mrs. Clark, your librarian again. I'm going to tell you about 3 books that are available for checkout in the library today. The first book is called We Are Not Free. 14 teens who have grown up together in Japantown, San Francisco. 14 teens who form a community and a family, as interconnected as they are conflicted. 14 teens whose lives are turned upside down when over 100,000 people of Japanese ancestry are removed from their homes and forced into desolate incarceration camps during World War II. These 14 teens hail from different families and include Minnow, who loves to draw, lively, rebellious Twitchy, college student Mass, softball-loving Yuki, and Frankie, who always looks like he's spoiling for a fight. The connections and relationships among these teens form the heart and soul of the novel, and their yearnings, heartbreaks, fear, and anger ring true on every single page. Whether she's describing Yuki's dismay at a shop's refusal to serve her and her teammates' ice cream, or portraying the horrors Twitchy faces on the battlefield in France and Italy, the author's words have a searing intensity. In a world that seems determined to hate them, these teens must rally together as racism and injustice threaten to pull them apart. This is one excellent historical fiction book that gives 14 accounts of events during World War II that you may not be as familiar with. I highly recommend it. The next book is called The Forest of Stolen Girls. Hawani's family has never been the same since she and her younger sister went missing and were later found unconscious in the forest near a gruesome crime scene. Years later, Detective Min, Hawani's father, learns that 13 girls have recently disappeared from the same forest that nearly stole his daughters. He travels to their hometown to investigate, only to vanish as well. Determined to find her father and solve the case that tore their family apart, Hawani returns home to pick up the trail. As she digs into the secrets of the small village and collides with her now estranged sister, Hawani comes to realize that the answer could lie within her own buried memories of what happened in the forest all those years ago. This is a haunting historical mystery sure to keep you guessing until the last page. If you want a great mystery, this is an excellent find. The last book I'll tell you about is called Long Way Down. A cannon, a strap, a piece, a biscuit, a chopper, a hammer, a tool. Or you can call it a gun. That's what 15-year-old Will has shoved in the waistband of his jeans. See, his brother was just murdered, and Will knows the rules. No crying, no snitching, revenge. That's where Will's now heading, with the gun that was his brother's gun. He gets on the elevator, 7th floor, stoked. He knows who he's after. Or does he? As the elevator stops on the 6th floor, on comes Buck. Buck is who gave Will's brother the gun before Will took it from him. Buck tells Will to check that gun and see if it's loaded. And that's when Will sees that one bullet is missing, and the only one who could have fired Sean's gun was Sean. Will didn't know that Sean had ever actually used his gun. And an even bigger Buck is dead. So how in the world is Buck in the elevator right now? Just as Will's trying to think this through, the door to the next floor opens. A teenage girl Will doesn't know gets on, but she knew him. Knew. When they were 8, and stray bullets had cut through the playground. Will had tried to cover her, but she was hit anyway. So what she wants to know, on that 5th floor elevator stop, is what if Will, with a gun in his waistband, misses? And so it goes. The whole long way down as the elevator stops on each floor, and someone connected to his brother gets on to give Will a piece of a bigger story than the one he thinks he knows. A story that might never end if Will gets off that elevator. This is one electrifying novel that takes place in 60 seconds, the time it takes a kid to decide whether or not he's going after the guy who killed his brother. This book has won numerous awards and is written by one of the absolute best authors around. It is one incredibly story that you are not going to want to miss out on. If you're interested in any of these books, they'll be available at the circulation desk when you visit the library today. Be sure to check one out and have a fabulous day.